Okay, but let's just keep it 100, right? Because you and I have known each other for a while. Now, I'm not talking about just talent level or so forth, but you and I have had behind the scenes issues, in terms of our working relationship. I remember at one point you asked me to take down all your old clips. And I said,
but there was a specific reason for that.
I said no.
Right.
And this is what I mean. Like sometimes the behind the scenes stuff affects what happens in terms of the whole business. You and I were able to just get over it. You know what I mean? And get past that.
I never thought it was that serious.
Yeah.
I asked you to take something down for a specific reason, and you didn't, and that's fine.
Right. Well, you said all your old interviews, and I said
well,
no,
that was for a very specific reason at that time.
Right.
The second thing that I was more bothered by was my thinking was, listen, one hand should wash the other. If I'm trying to get my podcast off the ground, knowing that you generate the kind of numbers you generate, if I say to you, yo, Vlad, help me out. I do these interviews. I help your numbers be what they are. Yo, pump my podcast, man. Make it so that people understand after all these interviews, when they get thousands, hundreds of thousands of views, millions even, that people know to go here for my podcast.
Right.
Now, you said, okay, I'll put it in the links.
Yep.
Which you do.
Yep.
But if I'm being honest with you, that don't get the kind of looks, because I don't think people look at what it is when they go, Aries Spears interview Vlad, and then they go searching within the links. If you could do it my way, the way I would like, I would love it at the end of every interview before you fade out. I get in this camera and go, yo, check my podcast or hit me in my DMs on Instagram so I can send you the links. That to me is more effective.
What's the name of the podcast again?
Spears and Steinberg. Hit me up on Instagram, slide in my DMs, I'll send you the links. But again, I know as you said to me, it's VladTV, baby. You do your thing how you do your thing. But I'm going in conjunction with this partnership.
Right.
Just do me the solid, man. Edit that in on every fucking episode.
Right. I was talking more about taking the clips down and so forth.
Yeah, but
I was talking about that. But what I'm saying is that ultimately, not everyone is able to get past business differences. With us, we were able to do that. I said, whatever. We'll get past that. We'll keep moving. Someone else might say, we filmed all this stuff. Now he's asking me to take it down. This guy's too difficult to work with. I'm not going to work with him anymore. And you see what I'm saying? And in the business, like this type of things happen. And look, I'm a movie executive. I got a million people kicking down my door to be in these movies. I'm going to work with the people who I find the easiest to work with. And I'm sure that Kevin is probably one of those people. I'm sure working with Kevin.
What you talking about in terms of people working with him?
Yeah, or him working with other people.
Yeah, listen, again, well, and also when you've generated the kind of revenue that he has,
right?
He's got the golden key now. He's the golden child,
right?
Again, I always say the one thing that's very irritating about this business is it's high school. People don't do self-evaluation. They go off of what they hear.
Yeah.
I think people should do self-investigation and go, yeah, I heard, but let me talk to him. Let me sit down and have a one-on-one and feel it out and look in his eyes and hear the tone in his voice and let me go from there. Mel Gibson was noted for doing something that I thought was brilliant. He never auditioned anybody. When he would see actors for a potential role, he just sat down and he talked to them, a one-on-one. And at the end of it, he'd either go, yeah, you got it. Based on that, not an audition. And what I love about that is he's an actor. So he's approaching it as an actor. And not some guy in a fucking suit. And I just, this game is real high school, man. The goths sit with the goths. The goths, you know what it is. The nerds with the nerds, the preps with the preps, jocks and jocks. Yeah. It's real high schoolish. And I'm just going, fuck what you heard. Talk to me.